Hey there, Bulldog Country. This week we're talking with senior and assistant captain Brenden Kotyk on the UMD men's hockey team about the team's success so far this season and the upcoming Frozen Face-off Tournament this weekend.
For UMD, take another look at it. Sarah Kelly put it home, a freshman.
2:05. He's a big young boy. Here's a chance in front. They score! Corn flipped it in there. Iafallo went to the net. They combined to give Minnesota.
Hi, my name is Brenden Kotyk, and I'm a senior defenseman for the UMD Bulldogs men's hockey team. I am number 10, and I am from Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada.
With the season already in the midst of playoffs this year, what were kind of your hopes and expectations going into the season?
Well, we obviously wanted to play good hockey from the start, but I think we set a few goals, which was home ice advantage. NCHC is an extremely tough conference, so home ice is huge, so we accomplished that. North Star College Cup was another goal. We accomplished that. Unfortunately, we didn't get the Penrose Cup, which is most points in NCHC, but we came pretty close and we're playing great hockey. So now it's going to be conference title this weekend, and then regional, and then hopefully making it to that Frozen Four, and then the ultimate goal of winning it.
And with it being kind of the most important part of the season, do you guys feel like you're playing your best Bulldog hockey so far?
Yeah, I think there was a stretch during the year where we were playing really well and then kind of tapered off, whether it was defensive zone or whatnot. But I think right now our last 3 games have been some of the best hockey we've played. Like our last game against Miami, that was the best first period I think we've had all year. So it's very encouraging going into the finals here.
And like you mentioned, beating Miami last weekend in that first playoff series, how important was winning that series, and what kind of momentum did it give the team going into this weekend?
I think it was huge. Confidence and just kind of getting all the kinks out before it really matters, because we're only guaranteed 3 more games now for the rest of the year with a max of 6. So we got to make sure that we're doing all the little things right, like getting pucks in and out, and just making sure we're really strong in the defensive zone.
So would you say those are kind of your main focuses going into this upcoming tournament this weekend?
Yeah, for sure. Defensive play is going to be huge, especially with some of the teams there, especially Denver, like Western we play in North Dakota. They all have very skilled forwards, so we have to be very tight defensively.
So this season you have experienced some career high numbers offensively. Have you changed anything about your approach to the game that has caused this kind of magnitude in your success?
I think a little bit has to do with my skating. I worked on my skating this summer, so it allows me to be more mobile in the offensive zone, and also a lot of work with our defensive coaches Brett Larson, Jason Herter, and the rest of the D-man, just going out before practice, head up, making passes, that kind of thing, and it's been paying off for me this year.
And you also hold the lead for team blocks this season, a stat that is sometimes underappreciated. What would you say makes a good shot blocker?
I think for me personally, it helps with my size. I'm a pretty big body as is going down, but I think the biggest thing for me is I just, I try and get not in the lane with the person, but where their stick is. So I'll just, on a penalty kill, I'll know puck's coming across, and I just slide over right to where their stick is. And the big thing for us is we do, in front of Miska, we take away the far side and give them short side to shoot at. And for 99% of the time, our goalie is going to stop that all the time. So just kind of eliminate, half the time he's coming out and he can't see around you left or right, so we just eliminate the one side for him.
And how would you describe this year's team chemistry, having such a strong freshman class added to the roster?
I think our chemistry has been great from day one. We do a lot of things, team bonding before, workouts, that kind of stuff, May term, just a lot of things. And we have a lot of different elements in the freshman class, like you said, especially on and off the ice. There's a lot of different personalities, but I think it's really a well-rounded group, and they're a great group of kids. So it's been a joy watching them come in and be successful.
You are actually the oldest player not only on the team but in the entire country for NCAA Division I. Have you noticed any big differences in your experience versus playing alongside and against younger athletes?
I think for me personally, it's made me a better hockey player as well. Coming in, especially pro leagues, they're getting a lot younger and more skilled and stuff, so it's kind of nice to see all these guys come in who are drafted, who are going to be picked up as free agents. I think it's helped my game a lot, but especially from our side, it's been kind of nice to be the older guy, and they ask, kind of advice and whatnot, or if I see something, I'll kind of point it out. It's kind of been nice to be a mentor this year for some of the guys, and I really appreciate the time that I've been able to do that and the respect that they have had for me as well, so it's been great.
You were voted an alternate captain for the 2016-17 season. What kind of an honor was that, being that your teammates were the ones who elected you?
It was a tremendous honor. I always try and pride myself on being a hard worker on and off the ice, demonstrating the proper way to do things. And, when I got the news I was going to be an assistant captain, I was a little bit shocked, to be honest with you. It's not always the best player on the team. It's one of the guys who show leadership, and I think that from a very young age I've tried to be a leader the best I could, always doing the little things right. So, it's been a tremendous honor.
And how has this position kind of made you grow as both a leader and a player for the team? It's just been a whole, coming over from St. Scholastica, it's just been a whole, I don't even know the word to describe it. I'm just overjoyed with everything that's happened. The people I've met that have helped me get here, the people that have helped me grow as a person, as a hockey player here. It's just, it's true what they say, college is where you make your best friends and your memories, and I think I'm never going to forget this place, and everything's been so great. Having come from the College of St. Scholastica, you are the first Division III transfer ever to play for the Bulldogs. Can you tell us a little bit about that process of making the leap to Division I?
Yeah, so I was playing junior hockey in Dauphin, Manitoba, and I actually got recruited by Brenden, who was assistant coach at the time, who is now our UMD goalie coach, to come to Scholastica. So I played there. Was committed to Adrian, Michigan before that, another Division III school. Met with coaches, and just something about the coaches, Mark Wick and Tyson Terry, that I just really loved. So I also knew that they had a Division I program, and that had been my goal once I kind of knew more about college hockey. So decided to decommit to them, come to St. Scholastica. Mark Wick gave me a lot of opportunity to play on the power play, that kind of stuff, and develop my game. And, it caught the eye of Jason Herter. And, I kind of asked him, what my chances were of playing and whatnot. And he said, we got 9D, is what it is. You just got to kind of come in, test it out and whatnot. So, I left here after my tour and just kind of said, I knew I was going to do it no matter what. And it was just kind of, I guess, rewarding now to say how well it's paid off. It's just been long process to get here, but once I got here now in the position I'm in, I couldn't be more grateful.
And one of the side effects of transferring was having to sit out 1 year of playing. How did that kind of impact your hockey career?
I think a lot of people thought that it might hurt my career at the beginning, but in the long run, it's been the best decision for me. We've had a lot of guys come through this program my 4 years, especially before my time, but the last 4 years here that I've learned so much from. Even guys on our class right now, like Susie, Walensky before, Willie Corrin, guys like that. I've just, I was able to take that time off and learn how to play the game the proper way and know things and do. I think in turn that helped me become a better leader for my senior year.
And you kind of talked about some of the competition and the gamble in taking that leap from D3 to D1. Mm-hmm. What do you think was different for you that kind of gave you that extra push to make it to one of the top spots?
I think I just had a lot of good supporting staff telling me that, I could do it. When I was younger, a lot of people said I wouldn't play junior hockey, that kind of stuff, and still to this day, they can't believe that I have. So it's been kind of nice, a motivational thing to keep pushing forward as long as I can and just showing people that, it's not all about the on ice, it's about the heart and the work ethic off the ice.
And finally, with graduation quickly approaching, what are some of your post-UMD plans?
Well, obviously, I'm going to try and play professional hockey as long as it is financially smart. I mean, if I'm not making much money playing pro hockey, I love the game, but it wouldn't be smart for me to do. So I'm going to try and play in the AHL, hopefully, and maybe fill a role of a mentor or a leader to the younger guys coming in one day. And then when hockey's done, I'm very interested in a medical sales. So I think think UMD and the hockey team set me up for a good, positive post-UMD career.